What's up, you guys? It's your boy Xander here, back with another video. Welcome. If you are new to the channel, hello, my name is Xander, and on this channel, I talk about all things, everything. My goal is just to entertain you guys. I do music reviews, I talk about hot topics, I talk about pop culture, I just talk about pretty much everything that I want to, and fan requests. I get into things all the time, I post weekly, so you might as well just subscribe. Today, we're gonna talk about a few things.
It's about to be legendary motherfucking show.
Mainly Doja Cat and Megan Thee Stallion. So there is a battle for #1 going on. And for the first time in history, it's two rap songs, two female rap songs, and even more amazing, it's two female rap songs featuring fellow female artists. Guys, this week has been a crazy week. If you are on Twitter, you have seen the madness that is going on in the battle for #1. So in this video, I'm just going to talk, just about a few of the things that have been going on this week, how this whole thing started, and, just my opinion on Stan Wars, Stan Twitter, the charts and things like that. I do want to preface the video by saying that this is no disrespect to Megan Thee Stallion, no disrespect to Doja Cat, no disrespect to Nicki Minaj, no disrespect to Beyonce. Anybody who follows my channel knows that I regularly show the ladies love. I love Beyonce, I love Nicki Minaj, I love Megan Thee Stallion, I love Doja Cat. I am all for black women. And so I'm going to talk about something in this video, and I just want to make sure you guys know that I'm not trying to disrespect anyone. So without further ado, let's dive into it. Okay, so I'll start by saying that the two songs that we're talking about here is Say So and Savage. So Say So is a song by Doja Cat, Savage is a song by Megan Thee Stallion. Both of those songs have been on the charts for a long time. They're very popular. They have been the cause of some very viral TikTok dances. Everybody knows TikTok is the new craze. Megan Thee Stallion had the Savage challenge. This is going on forever. Doja Cat, someone did a dance to her Say So song, so a lot of people have been doing that. But they happened to release remixes that caused them to shoot up the charts, okay? So to start, Megan Thee Stallion released her, she surprise released it pretty much. She released her remix of Savage with Beyonce. When I tell you that they did what they needed to do, you guys can check out my reaction to that in the comment section, or in the description section down below. They did what they needed to do. And then Doja Cat released a remix of Say So with the queen of rap, Nicki Minaj. So that was going to be a smash. So for all you haters that say Nicki Minaj does not collab with female rappers, she does. She has. She will continue to do so, I'm sure. But that came out, I think, the same day or the next day. And so it's just been a battle. But what I will say is, the issue started, both of the remixes were doing moderately well. Actually, to be completely honest, the Savage remix was doing extremely well. It was #1 on iTunes for like 6 days straight, which is the record for a song at #1 this entire year. And I think it's the record for a female collab at #1 on iTunes with 6 days. So it was a smash. It's been up the charts. Everybody loved it. It went viral on TikTok. All the Beyonce fans, all the hotties got together and just ate it up. With the Say So remix, that release was a little different. There was an initial version released, and then Nicki Minaj and Doja Cat said it was the wrong version. So then they released another version where Nicki changed the beat, and then she changed her lyrics to her rap, and then she added an outro in there which she wanted people to pay close attention to. So the Say So remix, the reviews were mixed, I will say. Mainly positive. Of course, the Barbs loved it. I loved it. It was a great song. I think people just wished it would have been more of a remix. I think coming off of hearing the fact that the Savage, they changed the chorus a little bit. Megan had a new verse on it, new verses on it. Beyonce had new verses on it, did a hook, all that stuff. So I think, people, of course, compared the two because they're two female rap artists and then two female rap collabs, pretty much. So they were kind of like, oh, we hoped it was more of a remix. But either way, the song was doing great. So it was released on Twitter that Savage was competing for #1 and aiming for #1. And then this is where the conversation kind of shifts. This is where like the Stan War started. So anybody who follows the music pages on Twitter, anybody who's a part of Stan Twitter or anything like that, you know that there are chart pages on Twitter that kind of track song performance, chart performance, sales, streams, and things like that. Typically, these pages are unbiased, and a lot of them have like behind-the-scenes connects to, you know, Billboard, HDD, which is Hits Daily Double, that does like projections of chart performance and things like that, and they're typically unbiased. Well, the issue started when this Stan page, and I'll put it up here, they tweeted what Say So would need to beat Savage on the Hot 100. And guys, it had like a detailed step-by-step breakdown, explanation, and a step for the Barbs, you know, Nicki Minaj's fans, and the Doja Cats, I don't know what they're called, but steps for them to basically overtake Savage for the #1 spot. Now, the crazy thing is, you know, if you look at all the chart pages, if you look at the Billboard articles, nowhere did it say that Say So by Doja Cat, the remix, was even in the running to be #1. Savage was, you know, a consistent organic hit, and, you know, they were like, oh, this is making traction, this is enough sales. The remix actually was performing great, but it was about as even with the regular Say So song. I will say that the Say So song was already, I think, in the top 5 or top 10 at least. But after that post came out, that's when the Stan Wars started. That is when people went crazy. And, you know, it's been a really crazy, hectic few days. As a Beyonce fan, hell, as a Beyonce stan, I guess. For a lot of people who are fans of Beyonce, the chart thing is kind of iffy because Beyonce does not care about chart performance. And it's clear that she is big on self-sabotage, and she's big on like not promoting. That's just not her thing. Beyonce's a self-sabotager when it comes to chart performance because she cares more about the art aspect because she feels like she's done everything on the chart side. This can be seen in like her Elle interview. They asked her, what word is it that you don't know, or something like that, and she said promotion, haha, because she knows the fans like her to promote. So it's a weird spot for what we call Chart Hive. The Chart Hive wants Beyonce to chart, and they wanted Megan to get her first #1, and then the Barbs and Doja Cats, it was her first #1. And so since it was both of these ladies' first #1, all three of them actually, it was Megan's, Doja Cat's, and Nicki's, it would be their first #1, even though Beyonce already has 11 career total to her credit. It caused a war, a Twitter war. When I tell you, it was madness. Like shade being thrown, bullying. It was just crazy. But the purpose of this video is just because I want to talk about my issue with the whole situation. So both of the songs were like, well, if I'm being completely honest, the Say So remix was not doing as well as the Savage remix as far as reception, reviews, chart performance, or anything like that. Until this Stan page posted this. And this shows the power of stans, the power of the, you know, these chart pages, the power that they have. It was like they took the fun out of the music. It got to a point where, you know, the artists like Doja Cat posted, if Say So makes it to #1, I'll show my boobs. And then she kept retweeting, stream Say So, stream Say So, stream Say So, that kind of stuff. Megan Thee Stallion had posted a few times. Run It Up Hotties, Billboard and Chart Data had posted something saying, hey guys, you know, it's received the highest number of daily streams, or the top daily streams out of any song for the day. And so Megan was like, Run It Up Hotties. And then, you know, the closer it got to the tracking week ending, you know, they kept posting more and more Run It Up, Run It Up, Run It Up. So Doja Cat, I think, as of now, has 8 versions of the Say So song out for consumption. And then she put digital bundle things on her website to be purchased. Well, then on the last day before tracking, Megan posted a vinyl with a digital track. She posted digital tracks, skateboard decks. She followed Doja Cat's thing and put digital singles on there. And I'm all about promoting, and, you know, I'm a firm believer that chart performance should not matter. It shouldn't. I mean, that's not something that, you know, I understand everybody wants that hot 100 hit, but I feel like it should be more about the quality of music. And the streaming era to me is just, it is tarnished music for me in a lot of ways. But my issue is not necessarily with the artist being kind of desperate for #1 hits. especially because it's their first hits. I have no problem with that. My issue comes with the schemes that people were playing to get them to number one. So I'm going to post a bunch of tweets, for example, and I'll start with the Barbs, and you guys may be angry and upset. I don't really care. But there was one Barb page that said that they bought 3,477 copies of the song to boost sales. One guy said that he bought 325 copies of the song. There were people from, and not just Barb's, the Doja Cats too, there were people from overseas saying that they bought a bunch of copies of the song and then used random US addresses to redeem them. So my issue comes in where it's just like, you think that it's at this point, you know, with streaming and all these stunts, it's not a real indicator of what the number one song in the country is. It really, you know, it is a horrible way to measure performance. So, for example, Nicki Minaj in 2018, when Queen dropped, for example, Travis Scott, I think it was, he released tour bundles for dates that hadn't even been announced yet, and it caused Nicki Minaj to go number 2. And Nicki Minaj had a great point. You're not selling music, you're selling gimmicks. And I agree with that then, and I agree with it now. And I think the problem is these stands are taking it overboard. When you buy 3,000 copies of a song, 600 copies of a song, 300 copies and downloads of a song, just one person, you are abusing the system. You are abusing the charts. And frankly, you're taking the fun out of it. So, and then you take it a step further. Doja Cat's publisher, manager or whatever, was messaging stand pages, providing them with insider information. The manager of the site where you bought the singles, he told them that, hey, you guys, you don't have to download the song for it to count as a sale, you just have to buy it. So in this race to number one, it's almost like the integrity, you know, of the industry and chart performance is being lost because of this importance of chart position. Now, mind you, I want to say that Thriller, Michael Jackson Thriller, arguably the most popular known song in the world in history of forever, that song did not even hit number one. I don't even think it hit the top 3. And so I want to, you know, use that as an example to say that, you know, chart performance really does mean nothing. You know, it doesn't mean anything, especially now in this day and age. And I also want to say that Megan also, she was not the only one to release several versions of her song. She released, I want to say 4 versions of the song, and then a remix and like 3 different types of videos. She had a lyric video, just a regular video with the cover art, and then she did a TikTok compilation video. So it is just crazy to me. I think chart performance and stan culture, stan Twitter, stan culture is ruining music. People aren't allowed to have varying opinions. People aren't allowed to just enjoy organic success. And to be completely honest, I feel like Say So was not the truly organic song. The remix anyway. Say So was performing well, but even now, you know, at the point of me making this video, the Savage remix was an organic hit that was liked by the GP. Now, I will say the Hives and the Hotties were also, you know, once this war for number one started, the antics started on both sides, but before all that, the organic hit was the Savage remix. And then the Barbs, and you can go on Twitter and see this yourself, and like I said, I'm posting pictures all through this video, just to kind of show you how crazy people go for charts and the stunts that were pulled. Absolutely ridiculous. We have to realize, like, chart positions do not matter. They don't matter. Chart positions, I mean, when you care more about chart positions than the music and enjoying the music, I feel like that's when there's an issue. The fact that, you know, these stand pages are buying 3,000 copies, the fact that they're using random US addresses even though they don't live in the US for a Hot 100 performance, which is supposed to measure, you know, the hottest songs in the country, that just goes to show you that the current format of how Billboard and these chart businesses track songs needs to be changed. It needs to be looked at. There's a problem if me, one consumer, I can see streaming a song a bunch of times. Streaming parties has became a thing if you're listening to the song, but buying thousands of copies of a song you buying 300 copies of a song to boost your favorite artist sales is ridiculous. And I think that, you know, it really puts things into perspective about why Beyonce doesn't care about chart performance anymore, because it's not about that, it's about the art. And I feel like people who make music, you know, for the charts don't necessarily make good music, other than Rihanna, because Rihanna clearly, you know, Rihanna is a hit maker. Rihanna has been able to evolve and kind of transition and make music for whatever era, whatever music sounds like, and she charts because Rihanna's popular and she does it well. But I feel like a lot of people were sacrificing the integrity of the music for chart performance. And I think that it is ridiculous that these stunts are being pulled all for a #1 spot. So I just wanted to come in here and talk a little bit about it. Shout out to both ladies. And either way, this is going to be history. I want Nicki Minaj to get her first #1 or Billboard Hot 100. I do feel like, you know, in the past, there's been some sabotage against Nicki Minaj. Radios refuse to play her music. And Nicki Minaj has shifted the game for a lot of people. Nicki Minaj, you know, talked about getting streaming numbers to count in the charts long before a lot of people did. Nicki Minaj told people that they were not playing her stuff, they were sabotaging her, and people didn't believe her until she spoke up and said it. And she deserves a #1 hit. So to be completely honest, I'm gonna be happy either way. You know, with Beyonce being my favorite, she's got that in the bag. You know, she's had enough #1s. With me loving Nicki Minaj as one of my second or third favorites, my first favorite female rapper of all time. If she gets that #1, I'm all about it. But I do want to say that we have got to get away from this mentality that charts matter as much as they do, because trust me, they do not. Shout out to both ladies. I personally think the Savage remix was a better remix. I do think Say So was a great song, and Nicki Minaj, of course, had a great verse on the Say So remix. So I'm good with either one going #1. I just think that something should be said about the fact that, you know, we are doing all these stunts on both ends just for a song to go #1. Let me know what you guys think down below, what you think the best collab was, which song you think deserves to go #1, which song you think will go #1. Billboard will announce it Monday, so be looking out for that. Yeah, just let me know what you guys think. Like I said, no hate to any of these ladies. I have several videos that I post on my channel about Beyonce, about Nicki Minaj. I love all black women doing their thing. I'm all about it. So let me know what you guys think down in the comments below. Don't forget to like, don't forget to subscribe, don't forget to hit that notification bell so that you know when I post new content. And also, don't leave this channel without watching one of these other videos. Now, for my barbs, I got, you know, some Nicki Minaj reaction videos. I also did a video where I talk about her favorite verses, or my favorite guest verses of hers. And for everybody else who are not barbs, I got a whole bunch of other stuff over here. So just check me out. All right, this is Xander Sense. Bye.